Hey Reddit, throw away here because this is super personal and I really need some advice. So, I'm dating this amazing guy, Jake. We've been together for a little over a year, and he's honestly one of the best people I've ever met. He's kind, patient, and thoughtful in ways that just blow my mind. For example, when I was stressed at work a few weeks ago, he surprised me by picking up my favorite snacks, leaving cute little notes around my apartment, and running me a bubble bath. Last Christmas, he spent hours secretly watching DIY tutorials so he could make me a handmade bookshelf because he knew how much I love reading. He's just that guy, you know? I love him so much, but there's a problem. Our sex life is awful. I don't even know how else to put it. His confidence in the bedroom is pretty low, and it feels like we're just not clicking on a physical level. I've tried to gently guide him, but nothing seems to help. He's so awkward in the bedroom, and his attempts at dirty talk are beyond cringeworthy. A few examples: last month, I bought some red lingerie in an attempt to spice things up. As soon as I came out of the bathroom and into the bedroom to present myself to him, he said,
"Wow, you're like a sexy superhero. Captain Hotness reporting for duty."
Okay, I know that might not seem that bad, and kind of funny, which it is, but it doesn't put me in the mood, you know, and trust me, his dirty talk gets worse. He will say things when we are about to get started like,
"You're about to get the full Jake experience. Buckle up, boo-boo."
Sometimes he will try to bring in aspects of my personality in his dirty talk like,
"Does this feel as good as when you organize your planner?"
I am very organized and I love my planner, but this talk doesn't even come close to turning me on, it turns me off. He was a history major in college and is always telling me interesting things in conversation, which I normally love, but he tries it horribly in the bedroom, saying things like,
"Let me conquer you like Napoleon did Europe, baby." But, well, not Russia. That didn't go so well for him.
He will actually clarify his historical dirty talk sometimes. He will make up words sometimes.
"You're about to get schmoinked so hard."
He suffers from premature ejaculation at times but always wants to continue by saying things like,
"Oops. Don't worry. I'm recalibrating. Prepare for round 2 of Jake 2.0.
It's not just the words though. His confidence in the bedroom is pretty low, and it feels like we're just not clicking on a physical level. I've tried to gently guide him, but nothing seems to help. Enter the complication, my ex, Tyler. Tyler was the worst boyfriend imaginable, manipulative, selfish, and a serial cheater. He made me question my worth more times than I can count. But, for all his toxicity, our physical connection was insane. He was confident, assertive, and knew exactly what to do to drive me crazy. But I am trying not to focus on the physical stuff because Tyler wasn't just a bad boyfriend, he was a full-time con artist who somehow managed to gaslight me and insult my intelligence at the same time. Tyler cheated with the swagger of a man who genuinely thought loyalty was more of a guideline than a rule and always had the dumbest excuses. First, I caught him messaging my best friend, calling her
the vanilla to my sundae.
When I confronted him, he looked me dead in the eye and said,
"Babe, you don't understand. I was only flirting with her to make sure she wasn't flirting with me first. I was just testing her loyalty to you. You should actually be thanking me."
He then cheated on me with my cousin, my own flesh and blood. And when I found out, did Tyler take responsibility? Did he grovel? Nope. His excuse?
"Babe, you always say family is important. I was just trying to get closer to yours."
As if cheating was a team-building activity. He cheated on me once with our Uber driver, while I was still in the Uber. We were all drunk, and I was sitting right there, half asleep, while Tyler was in the front seat whispering in her ear like a discount Casanova. When I confronted him the next morning, he had the gall to say,
"I was just trying to get us a discount on the fare, babe. I did that for us. You're always saying how we need to save money."
And let's talk about his finances. Tyler was the poorest rich guy I've ever met. Always broke, never paying for anything, but somehow always flexing. He once borrowed $200 from me for rent and then immediately bought a pair of designer sunglasses and posted a selfie captioned,
"Grind now, homies, shine later."
Whose grind, Tyler? Mine? He never had a job, but he was somehow always brainstorming the next big idea. One time, he spent my entire paycheck on a get-rich-quick course taught by a guy named DJ Passive Income who ran seminars out of a strip mall. I once found a GoFundMe he started titled Help Tyler Get Back on His Feet, and in the description, he literally wrote,
Sometimes a real lil homie just needs a lil boost.
He had raised $12 from his grandma and a stranger named Paul. And emotionally? Oh, Tyler was a master manipulator in the dumbest ways imaginable. If I got mad at him for anything, he'd sigh dramatically and say,
Babe, you know I'm an empath. When you're upset, it just overwhelms me, and I have to step away.
And then he'd disappear for 3 days. One time, when I was crying after he completely ruined my birthday dinner by showing up 2 hours late and drunk, he tried to comfort me by saying,
Babe, come on, you're acting like it's the end of the world. It's just a dinner. It's not like we're curing cancer here. You should be grateful I even made it. Most guys would have just skipped out and stayed at the bar. I mean, who celebrates their birthday on a Sunday during the NFL season anyway? I'm basically a saint for showing up at all, honestly.
Lately, Tyler has been messaging me out of nowhere. At first, it was harmless enough, a simple hey, been thinking about you, which I ignored. I didn't want to open that door again. But Tyler's not the kind of guy who gives up easily, and his persistence has been wearing me down. A few days later, he sent,
I know I messed things up, but I can't stop thinking about you. You were the best thing that ever happened to me.
I stared at my phone, my heart in my throat, trying to shake off the emotions his words stirred. Then came the messages that really got under my skin.
Do you remember how it felt when it was just us? Like the rest of the world didn't exist? I've never had that with anyone else, and I don't think I ever will.
His timing couldn't have been worse, or better, depending on how you look at it. A few nights ago, he hit me with,
You're the one who got away. No one else has ever understood me the way you do. I miss everything about you. Your laugh, the way your nose scrunches when you're annoyed, the way you'd melt in my arms.
It was smooth, calculated, and way too effective. The worst was last night, when he wrote,
I know I don't deserve you, but I'd give anything for just one more night to hold you. I miss the way you looked at me like I was your whole world. I miss making you feel like you were mine.
It's infuriating because I know this is the same manipulative Tyler I walked away from, the guy who broke my heart more times than I can count. But it's also the Tyler who knew exactly how to make me feel like the most desired woman in the room. And right now, when things with Jake feel so flat and awkward in the bedroom, it's hard not to feel a pang of longing for the fire Tyler always ignited in me. I hate that I'm even entertaining these thoughts. I love Jake. He's everything I've ever wanted, except in this one area. But Tyler's words have me questioning myself, and I don't know how much longer I can keep pretending they don't affect me. Please help me Reddit, and give me some advice.
Whoa, Tyler must be really good at hanky-panky if the OP is considering going back to him because he sounds like the worst. I wonder if she ever thought, I don't know, talking to her current nice guy boyfriend about what she wants. Let's see what the people from the comments have to say. Username / give it to me baby 457 says,
Girl, let me tell you something. Life is too short for bad sex. I love my husband. He's a truly wonderful man. Cooks for me, listens to my problems, rubs my feet after a long day. But in bed, an absolute tragedy. No passion, no skill. Just 2 minutes of awkward pathetic thrusting and a defeated sigh before rolling over like he just finished a marathon. I tried to fix it. I really did. I bought books, I sent hints, I even straight up told him what I needed. But some men just don't have it in them. So I did what any sane woman in my position would do. I found it elsewhere. And not just once. I currently have 18. No, wait. 19 lovers. Some are passionate, some are rough, some are soft and worship me like a goddess. And guess what? I have never felt more alive. Now, of course, my husband hates it. He complains constantly. This isn't fair to me. Why can't we just work on our sex life instead? I don't want to share my wife with half the city. Please stop bringing them into our house. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I tell him. Be grateful I still come home to you. Because at the end of the day, I love him. But love is not enough. A woman needs fire. A woman needs passion. And if your boyfriend isn't giving it to you, someone else will. So stop denying yourself. You know Tyler can give you what you crave. Maybe he's a terrible person. So what? Do you really want to spend the rest of your life faking it just because your boyfriend is nice? That's a slow death, babe. Follow your fire. Follow your passion. And never, ever apologize for it.
Man, I feel bad for this lady's husband, but I would volunteer to be lover number 20. She sounds hot and my morals are close to 0. Let's see what username SmartTart89 thinks.
Okay, first of all, girl, Tyler is a walking red flag factory. I get that the sex was mind-blowing, but let's be real. So is a car crash, and you don't see people running back to get hit again for fun. I promise you, there are men out there who will blow your mind in bed without also ruining your life. You do not have to choose between a loving, stable relationship and actual orgasms. I know it feels like Tyler awakened some deep, primal part of you that you'll never find again, but trust me, good sex is not exclusive to toxic men. The real dream is finding a guy who loves you and knows what he's doing. If you go back to Tyler, you know exactly what's going to happen. He's going to love bomb you, cheat on you again, and probably try to borrow money for some nonsense like investing in Funko Pop dolls. Meanwhile, your current boyfriend, who actually respects and cares for you, will be left wondering what the hell happened. So here's my advice. Don't settle for bad sex, but don't let your hormones trick you into thinking Tyler is your only option. Have you thought about being honest with Jake and talking to him like an adult? Maybe you work on your bedroom life together.
Update time.
Well, here I am. 6 months later. Alone, and I have no one to blame but myself. I tried to take your advice. I really did. I blocked Tyler. I focused on Jake. I told myself I was being delusional for even considering throwing away something real for a man who once argued that the moon landing was fake but horoscopes were real science. I kept trying to talk to Jake about our sex life, but kept chickening out. For a whole week, I held strong, 7 whole days. But then, the curiosity got to me. What if he had changed? What if he really did miss me? Was he still messaging? What new things has he said? I told myself I would just unblock him to see. No messaging, no talking, just a quick look. But there they were. The messages.
I can't stop thinking about you. I miss the way you feel. No one gets me like you do.
And that was all it took. I was back. At first, it was just talking. Then sexting. Then I started sneaking out to meet him. And honestly? It was exactly what I remembered, passionate, reckless, self-destructive. But I didn't care, it felt too good to stop. But Jake found out, and not in a normal way. Not by seeing my texts or catching me in a lie. Oh no, that would have been too simple. It all started the night I thought I was being super sneaky. I met Tyler at KFC, I know, so romantic, but Tyler loves it, so I treated him to a 4-piece. We started out with a quick kiss outside the KFC near the outside wall near the dumpsters, which quickly became a passionate long make-out session. I figured no one would see us back there. But of course, I was wrong. Jake and I don't live together, but we usually hang out at his place or mine, so I texted him that I was spending the night with my mom, just some quality time, a fun girls' night, nothing out of the ordinary. Why did I think that was a good idea? I noticed I had a text from Jake about 30 minutes after I left the KFC. He just said,
I hope you're having a good time at the KFC.
I quickly typed back, what? I'm not at KFC, why would you say that? After what seemed like forever, he finally typed.
Sure. You don't have to lie to me anymore, we are done.
I began to frantically message him, but radio silence. I got rid of Tyler and drove super fast to Jake's and began pounding on the door. He answered the door after a few knocks with a box full of my stuff and said sarcastically,
KFC? Why didn't you tell me you were at KFC with your mom? I didn't think she liked fried chicken. You told me she was a vegan.
I asked him what he was talking about. He set down the box of my stuff outside next to his feet and pulled out his phone. Then he looked up, and all he said was,
Your mom looks really different in this video.
I froze. What? Jake just laughed sarcastically and waved his phone in front of me, playing a video of me kissing Tyler.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't know your mom liked to kiss you like that. But hey, maybe that's just how your family does it, huh? You've got quite the weird mother-daughter relationship going on. You guys should really come up with some boundaries.
I was speechless. I asked him, where? Where did you get that from?
Tim saw you down there with this dirty-looking guy and got suspicious and kept an eye on you, and he caught this and sent it to me.
Tim was his friend, and I thought he was mine too. I can't believe he would do that. Jake didn't even wait for an explanation. He didn't need one. He just shook his head and said,
Here's your stuff. Anything that I have at your apartment, you can keep or throw away. I don't care who the guy is or why you did it. We are through. Good luck with that guy. By his looks, he seems like a real winner. Now please leave me alone forever.
He slammed the door while I was going down to my knees crying. I started to knock on the door, but he said he was going to call the cops if I didn't leave, so I picked up the box of my things and left. He blocked me on everything. As for Tyler? Oh, the cherry on top of this disaster sundae is still to come. After everything I've done, after completely messing up my relationship with Jake, after throwing away a man who actually cared about me, after letting myself believe Tyler wanted me back, he dropped a bombshell on me 3 days after Jake busted me. I never went to Tyler's house. We always met out at my place or motels. He told me that he was living at his mom's house. Surprise, surprise, that was a lie. He started text bombing me after I texted him to see if he wanted to meet up to talk about making it official again when he said,
Hey you. So I guess I should tell you something.
And I'm thinking, okay, here it comes. Maybe he wants to apologize. Maybe he's going to tell me he's realized he messed up and wants to try again. Maybe he's finally grown up a little bit. I was wrong. So wrong. What I got instead was,
I've got a pregnant girlfriend. Like for real. She's pregnant and we're having a baby.
I honestly couldn't even process that. My brain was like, wait, what? But of course, Tyler continues without a second thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a dad now. Isn't that crazy? I'm wilding out. Anyway, I thought you should know since, we've been doing stuff, but now it's got to end.
Before I can even react, Tyler's already spilling the rest of it.
So, my girl gave me a hall pass during her pregnancy. She told me I need to get all my cheating out of my system before the baby comes. So I was free up until now. She says it's healthy for me to enjoy myself while I still can. Because once the baby's here, things are gonna change and now, the baby is due next week.
I'm sitting there, my mind racing, trying to process how absurd this all is. But of course, Tyler isn't done with me yet. No, he keeps going.
I actually bet my boy Ricky $100 that I could get you back into bed. I know, it sounds messed up, but I figured, hey, why not? He didn't think I could pull it off since, I've been a terrible boyfriend to you in the past. But I was like, hey, why not try? I've been trying to hook up with everyone and their mamas while I could. So I will give it a shot.
I was just sitting there, blinking at my phone, trying to wrap my head around what he just said. A bet? He literally bet his friend money that he could get me back into bed? After everything? After all the lies, the cheating, the emotional abuse? This is what he's turned our entire relationship into? A wager? And because Tyler is that guy, he just keeps going.
Thanks for helping me out with that. I might put that money to some diapers. Who knows? Good luck with everything, though. I'm off to go be a dad now, so, life and all that mess. Later, Gator.
That's it. No apology, no remorse, no self-awareness. Just a cold, detached later Gator as if he wasn't the one who destroyed everything. I can't even look at my phone anymore. It's like my brain can't even process how absurd this entire situation has become. Tyler literally bet on me to sleep with him again. His pregnant girlfriend is giving him a pass to cheat and he thinks it's all some kind of twisted joke. So now, I am completely alone. Jake is gone. Tyler was never mine to begin with. And I have nothing. I wish I could say I learned some deep, meaningful lesson from this. That I've grown. That I'm taking this time to heal. But the truth is, I just feel like the dumbest woman alive.
That is because you might be the dumbest woman alive. Who didn't see that coming? I gotta know, how does Tyler keep pulling these chicks? Like, my dude is a walking goofball loser, bangs other girls like he is a rooster in the henhouse, borrows money and never pays it back, is emotionally abusive and somehow still has women risking it all for him. If this guy wants to make money, he should do a class for other losers to be able to pull this off. I know tons of guys that would sign up, not me of course, but friends of mine. I get tons of chicks. I swear. Thanks for staying until the end. Like, subscribe and all that other crap below. Pretty please.